Elmer, ¿cómo estás?
Bien.
Bien, bien, bien. Cuéntame, ¿qué ha hecho?
Aquí estamos todavía escribiendo en el celular. Estamos terminando de tapear lo que se está haciendo con el número.
Ok, muy bien. Está...
Para que quede presentable.
yes, Charles, welcome, Charles. It's been a while.
Charles, my man, what's going on?
David, how are you?
Oh my God, I've been meaning to call you, but every time I get a chance, completely just blew me. I'm sorry. I've been meaning to call you, Charles.
It's okay. It's okay. I've been working a lot, David. Please forgive me. I told Reggie to give you a couple messages. We were up in the mountains where I couldn't get reception.
Okay, got it. Wow.
But I'm happy to be on. Didn't get to listen to the material yet, but you know, definitely want to hear the feedback of everybody else.
We're really glad to have you here. You're always welcome. Yes.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
Yeah. We have Elmer as well on the line. And wait,
Hey, Elmer, how are you, buddy?
I'm doing awesome, man. How you doing?
Oh, it's good to hear your voice, man. How's everything with you and your family?
We're doing great. We got a 7-month-old little man coming up.
Oh man, that's a
Right?
blessing. That's a blessing.
That definitely is. Uh-huh. Oh boy, that is wonderful.
How you been, Charles?
I'm sorry.
How you been?
I've been pretty good, man. Can't complain. Just gave us a new assignment with work.
Right?
Kind of like ended abruptly yesterday.
Wow.
We'll see what happens.
Oh boy. Well, it's
David,
good to
how
have
you been making out? The arm looks pretty good.
It's pretty good. I'm still working
I'm
on
looking
it.
how you holding it. You're holding it with some strength and everything.
Here we go. Straight up. Pretty much.
Yeah, you got a good range of motion.
With assistance. Let me see without assistance. You see, that's how far I can go with that. And you can
That's
see
a blessing, though, David. It's coming.
It's not straight yet, but it's coming.
Yeah,
It's coming.
It's coming.
But the therapist told me, it looks like you need accountability. So I was like, well, yeah, I need it. I need it. It's easier just to hear what you have to do, but then doing it is a little bit tough because you need assistance to get that arm where it's supposed to go. So he just explained to me that it's stiff and that it needs movement. That's all. So once you break that movement, it'll go right back. Yeah.
Well, that's good that you didn't have to have surgery.
Thank God. I mean, if I have to, I have to, but I got away with it. So, but if things change, then I might have to get it. But as of right now, I don't think they'll change. According to the doctor, he believes that it's not going to change anytime soon, and that I have a low probability of having to go back to put my arm back in. So that's good. Good signs.
Yes. I'm happy for you, David.
Yeah, well, thank you. I hope weather's good over there, Pennsylvania.
Oh no, it just was pouring down raining not too long ago.
Uh-huh.
But seems like it's stopped now.
Okay. All right. Well, Tijuana, welcome. Ty, welcome.
Hey, hi everyone.
Hey.
Hi, Tijuana.
How you doing?
Good. And you? How's everything?
It's coming along. No complaints. No sense complaining.
Right? We gotta look at the positive sides of all the complaints, or what could have been a complaint. It should also be a blessing somehow. We just gotta look. In order for some to succeed, unfortunately, some will, go through tough waters. It's all a part of everyone's life. Everyone. So the good thing is we're here together, and we're here to grow. We're here to learn. We're here today to go over very important analysis that probably most of us don't even take the time to go over. So I'd like to just connect here to Facebook, if you don't mind, so that we can go over and not take up any more time because tonight we have a short and sweet review. Let's see here. So connecting. Almost there, almost there. Just preparing live streaming. I don't know if you can see this, but wait till we connect. Let's see. So, Elmer, how's the weather in Florida? Can you hear me, Elmer? Hello? Can you hear me? Guys, can you hear me?
I can hear. Can
Yeah,
you
I
hear
can
me?
hear you.
Oh, you weren't hearing me for a while that I was talking?
No, I was trying to answer you, but for some reason I left. My thing was muted.
Ah, okay. So we're going live on Facebook as well. Whoops.
You teach me how to do that. That's what I was saying in the background.
Yep, that's what I was trying to say. Yes. Whoops, hold on 1 second.
Yeah, that's gonna be awesome. I'm trying to find the trick.
Okay, there we go.
There you go. Actually, where's there we go.
All right, guys. So we are live now on Facebook and on Zoom. Welcome everyone to the Mastermind Book Club.
Awesome.
It is awesome to have you all here. Martha, welcome. Martha, Ty,
Thank you. Hi,
Elmer.
everybody.
Elmer, great to
Hey,
have you.
Martha.
Thank you.
Charles, yes, from the top of the Brooklyn Bridge, we have Martha. It's wonderful. And, you know, we have Charles promoting his business. I'm sure he gets a cut out of that. That's good. And,
Let me change that. I don't get a cut out of that one.
right? I get a cut from the tropics, you know, trying to get some coconuts here so I could have you guys purchase them from me. So tonight we are going over something that most of us don't do on a regular basis, and we're going to have a what is known as a monthly analysis. A monthly analysis, which I have something here together for all of you. So I'm going to share my screen. Let me know if you can see this. Can you see this?
Yes.
You can. All right. Monthly checkup analysis. Here's my website, ceodaviddiaz. And so we are now approaching our last quarter of the year. Last quarter of the year. October 1st is the start of the last quarter of the year. And it's also the start of fall and winter, pretty much since it started September 21st. During this time of year, usually as a farmer starts out in the springtime, early spring, probably end of the winter, starts out planting whatever he's going to reap the benefits of. During this time, you usually reap those benefits. Unfortunately, we don't have the same exact schedule. And for me personally, my schedule is more from ends in June and starts in July, or ends at the end of August, I should say, and starts the beginning of September. We all have different schedules. Most people like to start out January 1st. However, by the 21st of January, most of their goals are just down the drains. They forget about them. Am I right or am I wrong?
Right.
Correct,
All
David.
right. So that's why we're here, to try and implement one of the most important habits that I know that some of you already implement, but sometimes we just need accountability. We need someone to remind us of these goals. And the importance of having this checkup is that in reality, when was the last time that you made certain you were approaching your objectives in life, your goals, your business opportunity, your self-improvement? When was the last time you had a checkup? For most, they never thought this existed. For some, they know they have to do it, but they forget. And for the very few that do it, Sometimes you need a little bit more of a push just to get it in there to be a solid habit. So here we are going over our monthly review. What do you need to review in this month? So in this past month of September, this is how it starts. What did you do this past month that got you closer to your goal? What did you do? Did you happen to learn something new? Did you happen to sell something? Did you happen to bring in customers? So if all you have is a wish, does anybody know the saying? If all you have is a wish, what happens?
It's not gonna happen.
Wishes are issues, are dishes. I don't know the whole slogan, but the reality is a wish is just a wish unless you bring it into reality. So whatever you did this past month, did it get you closer to your long-term goals, to your intermediate goals, to your short-term goals? If you didn't do anything, which I can attest for Martha and Elmer, I know that they were in the business meetings, and I know that they got some information that they didn't hear anywhere else except here in reference to getting them closer to their goals. So what didn't you do this past month? Did you not get closer to your short-term, mid-term, and long-term goals? Did you forget to do something on a daily basis that would have gotten you closer to those goals? Did you approach someone who could assist you in any way? What does it mean to explain the requirements? You know what you need to accomplish, but you need to find out who can assist you with getting you closer to the prerequisites of your short-term, mid-term, and long-term goals. The requirements might be easy. You might know them, but are you implementing what is needed to get there? Can you just mute your lines in there, if that's okay, just so that others can hear? I'd appreciate that. Thank you. What can you learn from this past month? What did you learn? For me, I originally had a goal of doing my full trading program and going into my health program. So I've got a full schedule. However, what happened? An opportunity presented itself. I was given just a little bit over a week to do 2 books. I took on the task, and I had to put aside my primary goals to make sure that these books go in. Why? Because once these books get out, I know business is going to start flourishing. I know that things are going to start picking up. So now that I've done those books, now I'm getting ready to release them within the next several weeks, and they will be released, one first and then the other one several weeks apart, so that we can all have a chance to assist me with this book, getting it out there, maybe just posting it, recommending people to purchase. So these are the types of things that you need to do with your business as well. Who are you reaching out to and assisting in life? Who are you trying to help out in getting ahead with their businesses? You see, everyone has a wish, but they don't know what to do with that wish. I used to have wishes. I didn't know I could go for anything bigger than what we have been presented with today. With what I was presented even 10, 20, 30 years ago, I didn't know. But today, I know that even though I have a wish and I didn't think I could have done anything bigger, I know that I have you, and I know that I have people above me who are assisting me in getting closer to my goals, keeping me accountable, listening to what can be learned to implement bigger and improved yesterday's goals, right? Now, do you know how to describe your major outcome? This is your needs analysis. right? What are your needs? What is your major outcome of these needs? Is it to make a nonprofit? Is it to have $1 million or 10 million or 100 million or a billion or whatever it is, a trillion, whatever it is? So whatever your goal is, what is your major outcome? How have you described it? What's the good, the bad, and the ugly of your major outcome? Meaning, the good is you're going to be able to help out how many people? Or you're going to be able to improve your family's lifestyle. How? What other major outcomes are there? Well, it depends on you, but these are some of the simple ones. Number one, are you going to contribute to someone's growth? Are you going to contribute to an institution? Are you going to contribute to your own family? Are you going to expand your businesses in hiring other people? Are you going to make some centers to help out seniors or children or people around the world? Major outcomes should not be limited to helping out 5 people in the next 20 years or 10 years or 5 years. It should be, your major outcomes should be able to be massive life dreams. Most people don't know when they have a needs analysis that they need to have dreams that are wishes that eventually will have a major outcome. Why? Because you're describing them down in paper. Because you're going to implement a plan. How do you implement this plan? Finding out what are your top 3 goals that you need to acquire in the month of October, or if I dare to say, in the next 3 months, so that you get closer to your long-term goals, your major outcome. What are these 3 top goals? Is it incorporating your business? Is it making a business plan? Is it leaving your current boss? Is it finding a new job? Temporary, until you're able to work out on your own. Whatever it is, you've got to start implementing it. Most of us are dilly-dallying. Dilly-dallying, rocking back and forth or sideways, right? We're dilly-dallying. I've been there. I know what it is. At times, it comes and tries to grab me and get me away from what I'm doing. Do you know anyone who's experiencing this? This is very common. A further analysis in reference to what you want to accomplish for the month of October, or dare I say October, November, December, is how does this get you closer to your future goals? Your 3 top goals. How do they get closer to your future goals? Make the immediate goals match up with your long-term goals. Make certain. Don't just go and say, oh, I'm going to do a hair salon, but in the end, I want to be a restaurant owner. How is that going to get you any closer? Are you going to what? Give haircuts to whoever goes to your restaurant? I don't think that's going to happen that easily. It might be possible, but you know, whatever it is, all I'm saying is try and be certain that it fits in with what you're trying to accomplish. I know that Martha is trying to create a restaurant, right, Martha?
Not a restaurant, not anymore.
Okay, what are you trying to create now?
I want to try to open a, I have the name over here. Artisanal beer store.
Okay, so artisanal beer store selling beer. This is something that most of us haven't probably heard of, or at least I haven't. Artisanal beer. It sounds appealing. It sounds interesting. But Martha, have you implemented anything that gets you closer to your goal?
Yeah, I was looking for a space on the internet.
Okay, great. You have a website.
I want to, it's not going to be like a fancy store. It's going to be something like a market.
Okay.
And I want to put like a 3,000 kind of different type of beers for all over the world.
Wow. And then you're saying that's a small store? 3,000 beers?
And
That's a lot.
give 5,000, but for the beginning, 3,000. I think 3,000.
I'd say if you get even 300, you should be well off. Meaning,
300.
once, because you start out smaller on a smaller scale, and as you see that supply and demand are coming your way, then you expand, because you don't want to go all out in the beginning. Maybe even 100 types of beers, or check out what other people are doing, people who are doing what you're doing, and that way you get a better sense of how to implement your goals. But Martha, when is your timeline to start this business? What is the date that you're planning to open?
I want to open in December.
December of this year?
Yeah, I'll say December.
So that means you already have a location.
No, I didn't find a location yet.
Okay. Where are you looking to open this location?
I'm looking for in Brooklyn, where I live.
Okay.
Around Brooklyn.
Well, there's a lot of opportunity because a lot of stores have closed.
Yes.
All right. So
I want something rustic, and I want something fancy. I want like a little cover.
okay. Did you do your
Fancy.
business certificate like I told you to?
No, I didn't do that.
Okay. So if you want to get started in December, you need to get off on a spring. Meaning you have to get things done in the next 2 to 3 weeks. All right. What will get you closer to your future goals, which is your future goal is December, is getting an artisanal beer store. What's going to get you closer to there? Number 1, getting a business certificate. Number 2, getting a permit from the city. But I guess you won't be able to qualify for the permit in the city unless you have the location already. Do you have the location? You said no. So that's something that you have to implement very quickly. It will be easier to find a place that has already been established and just closed because of this current situation, because they probably have the permits that you need in reference to selling beer.
Yeah.
So,
I had to do some research because the store can be close to another beer store or liquor store. The
got
store
it.
can be close to any church or any school.
That's correct. And that's going to take more time than December, because you might have to get it approved by the board. I don't know if it does or it does not, because in the past it wasn't. You didn't have to get it approved for beer and wine, but you never know. Those rules can change. So thank you, Martha. So your strengths and advantages. So in order to find the best opportunities for this upcoming month, once you make a list, once you have your top 3 goals, once you know how these top 3 goals fit with your long-term, your intermediate goal, and your short-term goals, you've got to summarize the special features and advantages of the product being introduced, or the business being introduced, or whatever your goal you want to accomplish. Okay? So what are your strengths and advantages? So for Martha, she knows how to, she's a chef. She's a very good chef. And for Elmer, he's a salesman. You're welcome, Martha. Elman is a salesman. And for Charles, I know he's been able to sell, and I think he had his own business before. So he knows what he needs to do. He's shied a little bit away from it, but he wants to get back. He's hungry for more, but we've got to get going. We've got to have a timeline when we're going to get started. So summarize whatever special features you want to accomplish in the next month, 30 days, or in the next 90 days. What are the advantages that you have in doing what you want to do? Now, your short-term versus your long-term analysis. Here's where you explain the steps that now need to be taken. You don't have to make 1,000 steps. No, you have 3 top goals. Make 3 short-term versus long-term steps for each. That's what I do. I don't do anything crazy. You know, right now my goal is to have one video a week, all right? Am I gonna get there? Eventually, yes. I would love to be able to do a video a day, but I have other commitments as well. So don't go overboard and think you're gonna be able to accomplish everything in a month, but attempt to accomplish as much as you can, go at the pace that you're able to go, and be complacent, celebrate throughout the journey. You know, there are many leaders out there to tell you, don't celebrate until you get there. Don't celebrate. I celebrate every moment I can. Why? I don't know how long I'm going to be on this earth. Why? Because it makes me feel better about what I'm doing, right? I know that most of you have goals, but what are you doing to get you closer? And one of those things is celebrate the small things just as great as you celebrate the big things. Small celebrations are just as good as big celebrations. So in reference to the short-term needs analysis, there's a few more things that I want to let you know. Number one, we spoke about the strengths. All right, what are your strengths and advantages in the next 30 to 90 days? Whatever your goals are, make sure you know what your strengths are and utilize them to your favor. What are your weaknesses? All right, we all have weaknesses. I have weaknesses. You have weaknesses. From our weaknesses, we learn, we grow, we can change, we can overcome those weaknesses, or we can implement a plan so that the weaknesses don't take us because we're not doing anything to overcome them. All right? What are your opportunities? We always have opportunities. Be mindful, be open to opportunities. This past month, I had to put aside the things that I was working on because I had an opportunity to create 2 books. All right? These don't come around all the time, these opportunities. Make sure you're available, ready, willing, and able to take them if they convene you, because some opportunities might not convene you. What are your threats? Meaning, who are your competitors? Who has the most sales of what you're selling? Are they close to you? Are they far away from you? Because you could have a competitor who's high-end, but if they're across town, you're not competing directly because you're going to cater to people who are locally in better reach to you. What else could be a threat? Well, let's say if you're running out of money to invest, that could be a threat. What else could be a threat? Let's say you're losing your employees, those 1 or 2 or 5 or 10 that are looking to jump over somewhere else. Always have your options open. That's number 1. Number 2, communicate with your employees. Number 3, if you don't have any employees, if you're still an employee, does that fire you up in the morning? Are you excited to get up in the morning to be your own boss and employee at the same time? It's getting to me. I'm in the process of hiring people. Tomorrow I'm meeting with one, and then by Thursday or Friday, I'm meeting with another. This is what it takes to get going. It's work. Business is no fun deal. It's a lot of work. If you're interested in getting your business off the ground, you have options. You can take it as a marathon and take it slowly, or you can take it as a sprint. Fair enough? So that's it for this review of this month's analysis and strengths. Hey, Dennis, my brother. Hope you're well. Oh, I guess Dennis can't hear. Or maybe he's having a tough time trying to unmute himself. Just like I have sometimes.
Good morning.
All right. Hey, Dennis. Good morning. Dennis is getting ready to go to work in a few minutes or an hour or 2. So
Definitely I want to thank you. Calls like this definitely have me more clear about where I've been going and where I'm continuing to go. It's sidestepping the landmines and potholes, but it's also confirming the direction I've been working on. So thank you very much. Definitely helps.
All right, Dennis. Another thing is I want to tell you, since Dennis brought it up, is Who's keeping you accountable? Who is? You don't have to go for an hour, 2 or 3 on the phone, maybe 5 or 10 minutes, and talk to someone. It could be me, it could be, you know, someone in this group, it could be somebody else. But even through messages, say, hey, David, you know, thanks to this, I'm getting 1 thing done this month. That's great. Maybe you're getting 3 things done this month. Maybe it's 1, maybe it's 10. Don't think that you have to do everything in 1 month, in 30 days. But you do have to do at least 1 thing in 30 days to get you closer. It could be just reading a book. It could be attending a class like this. It could be whatever it is that's going to get you closer. Now, I know that each of us has specific goals here. When was the last time you spoke to someone about your goals? I know I spoke to Elmer and I spoke to Martha. Martha's supposed to get on my Calendly. I don't know what's happening. Maybe she's unable to access it. Charles and I speak every so often, but he's been busy making millions of dollars, and he said he's going to give me 10%, which is fine by me. Yeah. So I hope everyone's woke up now, even Ty there. Hey, Ty. So the reality is you need to talk to someone about your goals. If you haven't noticed, I've been posting my future goals in certain places. You should know by now, I want a Lamborghini Mansouri Urus, right? I also want a jet. And you know those cost money, so you can imagine how much money I want. I will have. I will to do, all right? But if I'm not doing anything about this on a regular basis, how am I going to get there? So this is the big question I've been asked. I have a trading program that I'm producing, and people haven't heard me in media in reference to my trading platform. Why? Because my mentor on the trading side indirectly asked me or told me that he stopped trading for 6 months in order to learn the ultimate ways of investing. So guess what I did? I stopped trading to learn better ways. I don't know if they're necessarily the ultimate ways, because if you have a computer that can do all this for you, that's an ultimate way. But I don't have a computer. I just have my brain, and I have to learn a specific system. And when I learn that system, I'll be able to implement trades just like my mentor does. So in whatever field you're in or you're trying to enter, there's always a better way to learn something new. There's always a way to get you closer to your goals. But what are you doing to get you there? What's your number 1 task to do this month? Okay, we all like to multitask. We all like to multitask. For example, I went up the stairs, 9 flights of stairs, 10 times this morning. Anyone care to join me? You can laugh. I got a serious laugh out of you, but you can laugh as well. So 10 times, 9 flights of stairs. That's 1,350 staircases. Steps, sorry, not staircases. Stairs, 90 flights. So almost to the top of the Freedom Tower, almost there. Now, why am I doing this? Because I have a goal. By next year, God willing, I plan to run a marathon for 2021 or 2022, just the beginning of 2022, in that range. Depends which one I can get into. So I've never done a marathon. I don't know if I'm in shape to do a marathon, but I'm going up 10 flights of stairs right now. I'm going to get ready to start running, and it'll take some time to get used to. So be realistic that whatever it is that you want to accomplish, you've got to do the small things, all right? You've got to be able to do the smaller things. So for me, it's keeping in shape. With my arm is providing therapy so that my arm has free movement again. And it's still a little bit stiff. For any of you who has dislocated an arm or broken an arm, you know better than I know what the full experience is. I'm going through this my first time, but what I can tell you is I don't wish it upon anyone. I'm not happy about it, but I'm going through it and I've learned a lot in this process. So what is your number one thing this month? Have at least 3 goals. It could be in the same business. It could be in different things, all right? Then it says here to push forward, make your goals reasonable, but unrealistic. That is what I said at the beginning. Make unrealistic goals. Don't make easy goals for yourself, okay? Martha said she wanted 3,000 beers. That's a lot. I'm not going to kid you. That's a lot. Does she need a warehouse to store these? Geez, she doesn't know maybe. But you need a lot of space to store that amount of beer. 3,000 different kinds of beers. Let's say you want to have 10 cases of each. That's a lot. That's a lot. So I told Martha, maybe start out with 300 or even 100 or 50 different beers. Get the business going before you have to shell out all this type of money. Now I'm going to let you in on one secret. Okay? If you are looking to start your business, do you have your business plan? Did you talk to me about it? Did you know that those who have had one-on-one conversations with me in reference to their business have excelled beyond what you necessarily hear from other people? Because I had my business in place, I was able to get over 6 figures into my business this year. This tough year that people are calling it, for me, it wasn't that tough. I was happy. I stayed home anyhow. I had to stay home anyhow. I mean, I could go anywhere and work from anywhere. So the reality is that, did you make your business plan? If you did, send me a copy. Send it to me privately on WhatsApp. Number 2, did you get incorporated? If you haven't gotten incorporated, don't make the most expensive company out there. Make the most economical one. I told Elmer, and I believe I told Martha, is call your Social Security, to your tax office, all right? Your local or your state tax office, the government tax office actually. Get your tax ID, your employee identification number. They're going to ask you what's the name of the company. Give them the name of the company. With that tax ID, they're going to fax it to you. You need a fax number. They're going to fax it to you immediately. Take it over to the business office for the city or town that you live in, and get your business registered. Once you have it registered, get back to me, because I'm going to help you acquire money, most probably. All right? Money's out there. All right? It's growing on trees. It's growing everywhere. But who's grabbing it? Very few of us. I grabbed a lot. I should have grabbed more. I regret not grabbing more. Remember, you're only as good as what you asked for. Okay? I asked for this much. I should have asked for this much. Then, because if they said I wouldn't qualify, then I'd get this much. Got it? Right? So don't limit your goals. Martha has a great goal, 3,000 different beer varieties, but start off with 50, 100. Don't go overboard. All right? Now, remember, business is tough. I do not recommend anyone to rely on one source of income, on one source of business. You're going to have to expand your business into different branches. For me, I'm in health, I'm in investing, and I'm a business strategist. All right? I'm making that known, and I know that Martha and Elmer can attest that the information they got from me in the past few weeks, was it worth it or not, Martha and Elmer?
Yes, yes.
All right, thank you, Martha.
Valuable.
Valuable. So I just want you guys to get ahead, because if you get ahead, I get ahead. That's the reality. If you get ahead, I get ahead. Why? Because you'll be happy. You've gotten ahead. And if I can get you to become a millionaire sooner rather than later, I know that someday you're going to say, hey, here's for consulting. Here's my consulting fee that I owed you for, X amount of years ago. Because that's what it takes. Any questions, anyone? Any questions? Ty, you got to unmute yourself, Ty. There you go.
Actually, hi.
Hi.
It's a question like pertaining to like say like if you have your like with me, I just started my online business and I'm trying to to get it like get more people like to see it online.
Yes.
The only thing is like it's so much to it. So I hear what you're saying as far as like all of the details and the little like all of these areas that need like looking into. So it's not easy, but I'm still feeling motivated about it. That's what I'm trying to say. But I am also trying to get it more like get more exposure and more traffic to my site.
So you went into a specific step for what you want to accomplish. Have you accomplished all the other steps? Do you have a business?
I accomplished the step of starting my online business. The only thing is like the complication of making sure that like that the orders that get placed are getting to the clients and to the customers.
Yes.
And that also that that enough people are able to see the site so that they can know that it does exist.
So, Ty, how many people visited your site last month?
Over 100%. So I had
no, not
but it was a matter of
100% is everybody in the world.
No, well, according to my analytics, it's like according to the analytics, it said that it was up like 96%, like maybe like 46% viewers or something like that.
So that's about what, 30 people, 40 people, 50 people, 100?
Maybe about 40.
And out of those, how many customers did you have?
That's the thing. None. I don't know. None thus far because I'm still having the issues of trying to of getting the money funnel together.
Who set this up for you?
I set this up, but it's like through the program.
So now you need accountability. Now you need to hire someone to assist you with that step, because I'm not the expert in reference to ClickFunnels and sales. I can assist you with the logistics behind it. However, I don't know how to set it up for ClickFunnels and so on. And your site, how does it compare to any of the people who are doing the same type of thing?
Actually, I'm kind of focusing on like the entire family and animals and, just like different things, babies and,
Well, what I'm trying to tie, how does your business compare to someone else outside of your family and friends who has the same type of business?
How do they compare?
Yes.
Well, I don't know.
Well,
I mean, I kind of base mine on like the things that I would purchase. Like I was trying to put myself in the shoes of like as if I was a client or a customer buying from the site. So I tried to personalize everything, and like I would say to myself, I'm not going to purchase nothing or I'm not going to put nothing up there that I wouldn't buy.
So have you checked out any other sites that do the same thing as you do?
Yeah, I'm always shopping online.
And how do you compare yourself to those other businesses? In reference to their format.
They're a lot more professional, so I do still need work.
So, okay, so Ty, so I can answer your questions now. A business requires work. A business requires work. It requires lots of work. A business requires hiring professionals. You don't have to pay them for a full year. Maybe it's just a consulting fee. Maybe it's just to figure out a ClickFunnels. I don't know. However, that's part of the process of having a business. A business requires a lot of work. And when that work comes in, a lot of people run away. So you've got to be prepared to work. And if you're ready to work, get on my Calendly. Let's talk about it, and let's see who I can hook you up with. Probably Ariane Jamerson, who's awesome. I'm supposed to meet her tomorrow, and let's see how we can improve your business status online. Because I want to improve mine, and I know it's going to be a lot of work. It's already a lot of work. Don't give up is what I can tell you. That's the best advice. I'm certain it might be exactly what you don't want it to be yet, but it's going to get there. It's going to get there. There's something you're missing, and it's this close, 2 millimeters away, 2 millimeter spread from you getting there. We've just got to figure it out. All right, Ty and everyone? Anyone have any other questions? Going once, going twice.
Well, David, in quick response to Tawana's situation, first thing I would do is who knows you're in business. Second thing I would do is definitely look at your contact list. Let people know what you're doing and that you have products and services out there available to them using social media, Facebook, Instagram, your WhatsApp. Invite people to see what you have. Maybe give out samples. Just try to increase your contact base, and you should definitely see some definite results. But if nobody knows you're out there, you're just a wandering generality.
Thank you, Charles. I have a specific form. I have a specific format written down. That's why I'm trying to get her to get on my Calendly so I can go over that specific format. Because, or we can do a class next week, but in that time you can figure this out. But there's a specific format for doing what Charles just said. And also one of the biggest things he said is everyone likes free. What are you willing to give away to draw people to your website and so on? Or the 100th purchaser, within the 100 gets raffled off, I don't know, $500 or $300. I don't know, but just throwing it out there. People need money. People need phones. People like gadgets. Need I say anything else? That's the reality. So entice people to get to your business. That's how, what's her name with the cookies? Oh my God, I forgot her name. Mary something. Cookies. Oh my God, I forgot her name. Very, very, yes, go ahead. Anyone know what the name of the cookie place is? The woman's cookie.
I know Famous Amos.
No, not Famous Amos. Oh my God, I forgot. Ann's Cookies. I don't remember what it is.
That's a good. While you're thinking, David, I have something else to say that definitely has been helping me, which is a little bit different than what you're saying. Yes, you're on a push. You're on definition. You've got clear focus. You've got clear steps and everything else. One of the things that I'm working on, which is actually helping me from a different side, is contacting people, but not for business. It's for questions. In order to increase my visibility, I'm asking people, starting out, I know I've got quality conversations and I can have quality conversations. I'm not the representation of the finished product, but I'm definitely the representation of forward momentum, not being held back in spite of what's happening. So the questions is asking my family members who are not going to be all that supportive in the first place, but I don't want their support. I want their network. So it's like, hey, I have something that's going on. what could you use, or do you know anybody that could use some clarity conversations every once in a while? You know, are you looking for somebody who's looking, do you know anybody who's looking to invest in a startup business that has potential returns? You know, so are you looking for somebody who's looking for a discount or a supplemental stream of income? It's coming to the questions to increase just somebody going, wow, that's interesting. I'm glad you're doing that, because they're not doing it and they're following somebody who's doing something to make them feel better. They're not going to do it, but they're going to follow somebody who's interested in doing something, because your momentum is creating the attraction. Even though they don't want part of it, they're still going to follow you and then eventually be jealous and bark at you about it. But, you know, you understand what I'm saying, David?
Yep, that's part of my written down plan. The reality is Dennis is correct. What Dennis said is that we don't necessarily have to sell to anyone and everyone. But if you are a natural born salesman, meaning you've picked up the traits, there are different ways to sell, all right? One is the way that Dennis is saying, or two is the traditional way where you just go right up to people and sell. But three, there's always a third option, always a third option. And that's where I want to come in and tell you, I'll explain this is one of the steps, is that you do not sell to the immediate people, as Dennis said, that are in your, you know, in your contacts list and so on. Why? Because they know you as, you know, Charles, who works for RCN. So that's how they know you. However, their friends who will give you their friends are those are the customers that you're looking for, that I'm looking for, and so on. But how do you get there? You first have to come up with some need that you can fulfill for your friends. And that's just a little bit different of how Dennis said it. Instead of asking directly, I want to help your, you know, it's in some way, this is hypothetical. Do you have people you recommend? No. Well, so try this approach as well, is try and fulfill something that the person is you're speaking with. Let's say if they say they want to lose weight. Oh, well, I have David, who's very good at, you know, at coaching people to losing weight. As a matter of fact, there's people that I know that he's helped out with losing weight, for example, right? If you can help to fulfill one of their needs, believe me, they will come back to you. And one way or another, those are the people who will recommend other people to come to you, all right? So don't just look to find and fill your pocket or your knowledge account with what your people can give you, but also try and fill them with some, you know, value, with whatever important information they might need or resources they might need, because you are filled with resources, right? If you didn't know that, when are you going to start asking yourself, what resources do I have? You have plenty. You all have plenty of resources, all right? If you don't know what I'm talking about, send me a message privately and I can have a conversation with you and let you know exactly what we're talking about. Thank you, Dennis. You're right on that. And Charles and everyone else. Anybody else have any questions? That's it. All right. Well, I want to thank you all for being here this Tuesday night in the Mastermind Book Club. Although today we went over our monthly task and how to approach it. All right. Try to accomplish at least one thing this month, but have at least 3 goals. 3 goals, all right? Get you close to them. And the reality is this Thursday, we're going to review our book, Spark, The Revolutionary Science of Exercise and the Brain. How important is this book? I'm certain you know somebody who's stressed, who has ADD, who has ADHD, who has some type of ailment that started in their brain. This book can help you. It's very good. Until Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, this is CEO David Diaz. Much love to all of you. See you soon, all right? Where's my heart? Take care, everyone. Thank you, Dennis, Selmer,
Bye-bye,
Tina.
everyone.
Thank you, Ty.
Elmer,
Thank you,
Dennis.
Martha, Charles.
You're welcome.
Have a
Thank
great
you, Dave.
evening, everyone.
Good night, everyone.
Thank you.
Okay, bye-bye.